Hello, lovely people. This is Nicole.
And this is Samantha.
With the power of we are here to switch it up and teach you about business, relationships, and how to not only survive, but make it in Los Angeles.
In each episode, we will have top influential guests from the world of real estate. We work hard,
We stage hard.
and we get it done.
The power of we. Episode of the Power of We podcast is proudly sponsored by Elite Maison, your destination for luxury furniture and elevated living. From timeless statement pieces to modern sophisticated designs, Elite Maison curates high-end furnishings that bring style, comfort, and elegance into every space.
Hey,
Hello,
Nicole.
how are you?
I'm amazing.
We've been traveling. We've been all over the place.
Miami. I'm
Crying.
It's crazy.
Crying in
I'm
every
crying
state.
because you know why? My Tulum container landed from Elite Maison.
I know, and it looks so good. The patterns on the new furniture, insane. And the new
they're
colors.
everything.
I know, it's really exciting.
It's so important right now because pattern. Everyone's been doing white. I'm so sick of white. I could throw up, honestly.
I was just showing some friends like the new container stuff, and they're like, "How does she do that? Does she actually make the furniture?" I was like, "Yeah. How cool is that you get to go and curate this furniture?" That's everything
I know.
you
I
wanted
travel
to do.
all over the world. It's been so exciting, and it's really made a huge difference with our brand because we're modern,
Right?
And people they're all kind of doing the same thing. So now I brought in texture. I brought in pattern.
Yeah.
So watch out, LA.
Watch out.
Anyway, what's
On
happening?
that note, we have such an exciting designer here today. Today we're joined by Eddie Mickenberg, a Los Angeles-based interior designer specializing in luxury residential projects including new builds, remodels, and furnishings. With 18 years of industry experience and his own firm since 2020, he has been recognized by Architectural Digest Pro and the Los Angeles Times as one of the 40 interior designers under 40. Eddie also serves on the Leadership Council for ALMA, supporting and advancing Latino creatives in the design industry. Welcome!
Welcome, Eddie!
We're so
Yay.
excited to have you
So
here.
excited!
Thank you. For
Wow.
making the time.
I mean, I love, first of all, that you're an interior designer.
Yeah.
And you're supporting
Thank
the
you.
Latino community.
Yeah.
It's just incredible. I'm actually marrying one.
Yeah, that's always awesome. I mean,
Yeah.
all the support is great.
I mean, and I make a lot of my line in Guadalajara.
Yeah.
So it's
I remember you told me that.
It's just been such an interesting experience.
Yeah.
I actually fly over there and I check everything out and I source the woods and the metals and the fabrics. And they are, you know what? I have to tell you, they are so incredible the way they do each piece. It's not an assembly line.
Yeah.
So it's each piece is done. So
Definitely.
what inspired you to start your design company?
So my own design company, I started in 2020. So it was really just a matter of I've been working for designers since I was here at 19 years old, and have been leading the projects myself and designing it myself, creating it myself, but receiving no credit for it. And so then I just decided to take a leap of faith.
You just had
in
to
2020.
pull up your bootstraps
It was
and get going.
a scary move because I
Yeah.
had to choose between going back into the 9 to 5 or
Right.
decide to go off on
Right.
my own. And I
Exactly.
took a bet on myself, and
And
little
you
by
did it.
little
Yes.
by little, it was like
Yeah.
a snowball.
And that
effect.
is so important that people that are listening and starting their own business, it takes one step at a time.
Yeah.
You know?
What
I
was
mean,
the first step you took to get that going?
Well, luckily I had an overlap, so I was working with design firms and also doing side hustles and
Great.
projects on my own. So building my portfolio
Nice.
and all of that, my website, and getting myself a little more legitimized with business cards and everything. And then luckily I had that to work off of so that I
Right.
could get clients. And then it just kind of started happening little by little. And then, it kind of much faster than I expected.
That's great.
That's
And what
exciting.
would you say your vibe would be in design?
I would say it's contemporary. I like a moody look. I like color.
Yes,
I like
I love
edgy. I like Kelly Wearstler's one of my favorite
Mine
designers.
too.
She's
of
literally
course,
our
like,
favorite.
leading the charge for really cool designers too. But yeah, that's kind of the vibe that I'm
So
trying
you
to get
do a lot
into.
of velour and pattern and long hair.
Yeah. And it's all a mix depending on the client too. I think
Yeah.
a lot of times people think what they see on my social media or anything is what I like, my personal style.
Right,
but it's
and that's
actually
never the case,
it's
right?
Never the
It's
case.
always the client.
Exactly. And
You
it's
know?
always the client. Every client's different.
Right.
But you could see the variety of designs that I work on. So it's kind of fun to always, it's almost like painting a new portrait
Yeah.
every day, and it's never boring. There's never a dull moment, as you already know.
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course. How would you say your design style has changed like over the years since you started?
So I've worked with a variety of different people, like with more traditional styles, more neutral styles, and just every type. But I think I love to take risks
Yeah.
and do weird, quirky things that are not
That's
normal,
great.
which kind of sets me apart from
Definitely.
other designers as well in certain
What
things.
is like one of the things you do that you think people like know you for?
So, well, I use a lot of black pieces in my work. I love high contrast.
Yeah.
So I'm not all about just layering neutrals. I love, breaking things up with pattern or high contrast pieces.
Statement pieces.
Yeah, like a big bold wall. Like,
Right.
with
I
a
love that.
color
There's
or,
nothing better
you know,
than wallpaper
Yeah,
for me
yeah.
right now.
Wallpaper's also
I'm
great.
obsessed.
Yeah. And so recently I just had a client who wanted to do a coastal look, but I didn't want it to be like those
Like,
typical coastal
yeah.
looks. So, but it was like this like blue wall color that was really bold, and it was definitely a choice to risk to take.
Yeah.
But it came out really well, and it did great for marketing as well because
Yeah.
it was so polarizing that
Right.
and a little different, and
Right.
and then you started to see a little momentum happening with patterns of what other people are doing, and
Yeah, it's so true.
Can I
feeding off
ask
the
you a
same
hard
thing.
question?
Yeah.
So, what do you do when a client goes, I absolutely hate that?
Well, we have a design process. So we definitely have, the design package that we have is the first step. So luckily we can make those not mistakes, but like we pitch ideas
Yeah.
that maybe are risky or
Right.
bold, and then hopefully they like it. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't.
And then you don't fulfill it. You make sure
Exactly.
that they
We
like
edit
it before you fulfill
they
it.
Yeah.
actually
That's great because a
commit.
lot of designers don't do
Well,
that.
that's the thing is I want to make sure my clients feel safe. They know where their money and time is going
great.
before they make a commitment, and I
Yeah.
think that's how you build trust with a client,
Right.
Because they know you're not just taking their money and doing whatever you want. I'm also not super stubborn. I'm very flexible and fluid, and I think it's important to be that when
Well,
you
that's
are.
good. All right, do you want to work for me?
Yeah, no, I mean it's definitely trust me, there's definitely just challenges.
Yeah,
Yes.
of course.
It's
And you
so
try to
challenging.
not make it you try not to make it like a job, because I love what I do, so being creative is a part of it. It's a
Right.
big part of it. And if I don't have that creative part, then or freedom to be creative, then it's really just a job. And so
And how did you guys meet?
so we met. Well, we actually met at an event, a real estate event.
Castle,
Love right? that.
Anthony.
Yeah.
And
It was for Castles, for a staging I did
yeah,
in Beverly
I met
Hills.
you very briefly, to be honest with
Yeah.
you. And then I started following you on social
Yes,
media.
and then we,
I
like,
love your
DM'd.
marketing
Thank
with like
you.
the newspaper that you did.
Yeah.
Yes,
that was
that was the
awesome.
That
fun
was
one.
really good. But you know what? This is great because you know what? Everybody needs to continue to
Network, yeah.
And
Yeah.
no matter what kind of job it is, you could be a lawyer, you could be a doctor, you could be an interior designer.
Yeah.
But it's really important. And
Yeah.
I love that you guys met at
Yeah.
networking. That just makes my whole day.
Yeah, and here
And
we
it was
are.
fun, yeah.
And like that's the thing. Well, since you guys are doing staging and I'm
Yeah.
interior design, we're always kind of in the same
Yes.
circles and
Yeah.
everything. So it's
And
it's-
you do floors and tiles and bathrooms and all that.
So I do
we
from the
don't do
ground
that,
up.
so that's great. We
From
can
the
refer
ground
you.
up.
Yeah.
I do renovations, brand new construction, also just furniture and decor. So I have a variety of packages and
Yeah.
design, structures for the client, and the fees are obviously different, but
Right.
but yeah, that's.
And how do you get most of your clients? Is it word of mouth?
So it's from a lot of different places. There's a lot of different platforms that I'm on as well. Lead services that I also pay for. So there's like investments to be made.
That's good.
For those things. But then there's also like the AD Pro,
Right.
Google.
So explain the AD Pro.
Yeah, what is that?
So AD Pro is
it's another thing you have to do.
Yeah, I mean, no,
Architectural
it's great. I mean, it's a great place for interior designers, architects that have been in the industry, as they vet you to pretty much be a part of it.
Right.
And it is a great place to meet other people as well that are professional within the area, or if you have, you know, projects abroad or different areas in the country as well, you can meet different designers.
That's really
awesome.
fun. So what's fun to me is when I travel all over the world and I get to meet different designers, I see different hotels, so that I can bring back that vibe.
Did you meet Kelly?
Yes.
You met
my
Kelly?
gosh.
Yeah, you have some
So-
story.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cry.
always
This
cry.
is years ago.
Why?
So I went to the Shanghai show, right?
Okay.
And I checked into my hotel and I knew no one, and no one spoke English. I was freaking out.
Yeah.
And they checked me in, and I go up to my room, and they say there's a concierge level. I'm like, great, perfect. I can meet everyone.
Yeah.
So I went there, and became like the mayor of the floor for some reason.
You're
And
the life of the party.
She's always talking to
this
everyone.
girl comes up to me and she goes, "Oh, I work for Kelly Wertzler." I go, "You're kidding." She goes, "Yeah." I go, "Well, I'm here trying to buy furniture in China, which is like super hard."
Yeah.
So she's like, "Oh, well, why don't you meet me here again?" I was like, "Okay." So I met her again, and she's like, "Do you have a black dress?" And I'm like, "Honey, I have a million." She goes, "Do you want to go to her party?" I'm like,
nice.
"What party?" And she's like, "At the Peninsula Hotel." So of course I was like, "Yes, I'm going." And
Yeah.
we went to the Peninsula, and she was launching her lighting line. And then we walked in.
Okay.
She was so adorable, so amazing.
With visual comfort, right?
Yes.
I think it's,
yes.
Yeah. It's a
and
great line.
it was
Yeah, it's a great
incredible.
line.
I mean, it was, first of all, on that river, and she was just so inspiring. And right then I said, okay, why can't I be the next one?
Yeah.
So that gave me goals.
Yeah, exactly. The
Yeah.
right place
Yeah.
at the right time
It was,
sometimes.
So
it was,
important.
and
You have to
this
put
was
yourself out
in
there.
2016.
Yeah.
So it was a long time ago before she was
10
big,
years.
before she did Century City Mall.
Yeah,
before she did
Century
any
City
of
Mall
that.
is
hotel.
amazing.
When was a proper hotel built?
But let me back up even further. When I built my big house in Calabasas,
Yeah.
I built the first modern house in the Oaks.
Yeah.
And she did the Santa Monica Hotel.
Right.
And I designed my backyard after her.
Oh,
and I
okay.
was like, she was always in my mind. She was always in my vision. It's
Yeah.
so strange.
You know, that's
And-
funny you say that. Because I do have a project in Santa Monica that I just finished. I haven't even started marketing it yet.
Yeah.
But it was off of that hotel, in the proper
Yeah.
hotel in Santa
Such a
Monica,
good
because
one.
it's so inspiring
Yeah.
to be there. The bottom lobby is
It's
like
so inspiring.
the
Every
library.
room is so
It's
different.
amazing.
It's
You got
but
She did a great
downstairs
job.
bar area, and then you go downstairs to the lobby area. Everything's
yeah.
so unique. Yeah.
And that's sort of the idea, is to sort of create the environment for
The
people
client.
to feel also like what it
Yeah.
brings a different feeling to you in a different mood.
Right.
You could create that in the restaurant or in the client's
Yeah.
home, and I still have clients that text me randomly. Like every day, I think of you and I'm like, oh, okay.
So that's the
'cause
thing.
'cause
That's the
you
thing
walk
about
in-
design. I like
Yeah.
to say this. Like I'm doing a design right now, and I do it more like a staging.
Yeah.
So I give them 5 rooms that I do first, and then I go to the next level. I don't do one piece at
Yeah.
a time, because I want them to feel it.
Yeah.
And when she walked in and saw it, she was like, "Wow!" And I'm letting her just sit in that, enjoy that, so she can really get the vibe of that whole thing. Then she'll know more what she wants for her office and her master bedroom. You see
Yeah,
what I'm
exactly.
saying? Because when I designed my house, I had a designer that I fired in like 5 seconds because she drove me
Yeah.
nuts. She was way too slow.
Yeah.
And I really realized I needed to enjoy each part of the procedure. You know what I'm
and
saying?
sometimes like the issue here is also like one of the things that we need to remember is people are investing money into a complete stranger too.
Yeah.
So they want to make sure
true.
trust is built. So what the way that I do it too is that I do give my clients an opportunity to do 1 or 2 rooms with me. I'm confident that I could deliver a great design, but I want to make sure that they feel that there's trust built so that I can continue to do their whole home instead of committing to the whole home.
That's smart.
But because I trust myself enough that I know that I'm going to do great, I already have it like locked in. So,
you must be a great designer if you do that. That's amazing. Because a lot of designers, they do the, here's your couch. And then I'm like, oh my God, I would seriously lose my mind.
And it's like the overall vision, it's always important to keep your eye all the way to the very end, but also in the details as you go.
Yeah.
That way,
And what projects are you doing right now?
So right now I'm working. So I'm doing like one I just finished one in Santa Monica.
Yeah.
I have one in Silver Lake and then one in Tarzana.
Okay.
$7.5 million home in Tarzana. It's really cool.
What kind of vibe is that?
So they're all actually very different.
That's what I
mean, the Silver Lake one is very like cool and hip and different and unique pieces.
Yeah.
And then the one in Tarzana is very contemporary and modern. And then the one in Santa Monica that I just finished is very proper hotel.
Yes.
So they're all very different, but you could, I've had people tell me that you could see a little bit of Eddie in every design.
Yeah,
that's
and
exciting.
So that's kind of like that comment that I generally see after I finish my projects, but it is hyper focused on the client.
Right.
Just whatever it is that they want. But
how long does a project like the $7.5 million house take?
Well,
that's
the
a
thing
great
is
question.
The thing is that sometimes the project doesn't have anything to do with how fast I could do it. It's more so like the funding and how fast the funding can be,
Right.
or if they're traveling all the time or have so much work. It's
so
not the
much.
main priority that my clients have because I could deliver,
Interesting,
designs quick. But it's a matter of, I want to go at their pace, also like that trust part and the funding and what, lead times for things can take a long time. So it really depends on the nature of like the year that's happening right now and everything that's going. Deliveries can be wild.
It's
out of your control, and that's where you
out of your control.
And you can get charged when you didn't even expect it from customs, that just happened to me. I'm not happy about it either.
It's crazy.
It's insane.
Yeah.
And that's another thing. You have to tell the client, well, we priced you at this, but the
If
driver,
something happens,
it's just something, always something in design. For sure.
Yeah, and I've had like two nightstands from Australia that were constantly delayed week after month.
Really?
After, yeah.
2 nightstands.
2 nightstands, and it's like
That
not
would
that
make
big of
me
a
nuts.
deal. I have,
Annoying.
you have so many moving parts, and
Right.
just to be managing 2 nightstands, and
I
sometimes
know.
be like, okay,
it is interesting.
but-
The furniture world.
Can you tell me about being on like the leadership council at the
Oh,
Alma?
yeah,
I'd
yeah,
love to hear
yeah.
about
I'd love
that.
So is
to.
this a new thing?
It is a new.
Okay.
So it's important. I think in general for me, I think I've been feeling a little bit like it's been lacking a community for Hispanics and Latinos. So we at Alma, we really have been trying to, and we are building a community that is going to be, that is in interior designers, architects, builders, Latino makers,
great.
we also have, people that are florists, and that doesn't really matter, like, as long as you're kind of in the creative industry, it's important, but it is geared more in the interior design and architecture industry. But
What are you doing? Are you doing like events?
So we have events coming up. We also have small ones and big ones. So like
great.
yesterday we did one for soccer game. The
Nice.
soccer
Oh,
game
how
that
fun.
luckily
Well,
just
you won. You must
yeah,
be very happy.
Yeah, we were so
I heard
excited.
my downstairs TV going
I
crazy.
know it was wild. It was great, but we have those that are more casual, but then we have some more formal.
Yeah.
We had one at Cinco de Mayo at our launch party
fun.
at a showroom, which was an amazing turnout. And then
Right.
we are holding a panel at the PDC on the 24th. And we have a
Amazing. I
huge
love that you're
designer-
holding it at the PDC
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
And how do people
That's
get
incredible.
how do people
So-
get involved with this if they
So
want to?
we have at Alma Los Angeles is our Instagram, and you can contact me also, and I can send you information.
Great.
But it is based off of and focused in LA. So we're building the community. There's so many great things that are happening, but also continuing to happen. That I'm so
that's
excited
so
about.
exciting.
So exciting.
Yeah.
I will tell you though, when I travel, especially in the furniture industry, my fiance is from Mexico.
Yeah.
And I'm always calling him going, can you help me talk to these people? Because they don't speak a lot of English, right? In some of the vendors. But now it's amazing. I see so many, Latins all over the show. And then when I went to Mexico City, that was so classy, so beautiful. The architecture was incredible.
Yeah.
Like I think your culture has come up so much. They're making a bigger, louder noise, which you need to, right?
I think,
and it's great. It's wonderful to see.
Recognition and being seen is important, and there's definitely a void, and we're definitely making sure that
That's amazing.
we have a space for those. For anyone, this generation and generations to come. Yeah.
Good for you.
And what
That's
advice
amazing.
would you give to aspiring designers?
Yeah.
That are looking to
Yeah,
make it,
we
or
can't
haven't
wait.
even thought about what to do next?
Well, one of the things, I was just actually speaking to someone who's just started their business, and she was
Nice.
asking me so many questions, and it was interesting to see it at that perspective again.
Right.
But one of the things that
There's water.
I think I would want to do is pretty much focus on the business side.
Yeah.
Because if you're talented and if you have the talent and the skills, that's one layer that is actually 20% of
100%
owning a
agree.
business. And it depends on the road you want to take. Some people don't want to own a business, and I
Right.
get that. And I wasn't planning on owning mine.
Right.
But I eventually wanted to take credit for my own work,
Right.
but that came with a lot of responsibility.
A ton of
And
responsibility.
my biggest recommendation to everyone in any creative industry is to take professional photography, really take your time for the marketing
Yeah.
part, because that's the only way you really sell your product.
Exactly.
Which your product, your business
service,
and whatever
yeah.
you're
Yeah.
doing.
That's great advice.
Because then, when you have people in front of you that are interested in seeing your work, then you just send, the link, and there's everything about
Yeah.
you, your work, and then you could start a conversation about pricing and all of that.
Well, we
Yeah.
see you do so much in your business. What do you do for fun?
Oh, God. Well, you know what?
I think that was a
What do you
conversation.
do for
That was
fun?
a
I
do.
conversation we had when we met. I was
Yeah.
like, I work for fun.
I know.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I do love working out. I go to the gym a
Yeah.
lot, and it's important to me. Don't get me wrong. I am still taking calls and emails at the gym.
Of course.
But
Right.
I do look forward to going to work. I
Yeah.
think there's something about owning your own business too, that it's special. It's like my baby.
Yes,
So
it's so our babies,
yeah,
right?
That's so
but I
true.
do paint on the side every now and then.
great.
Abstract painting, trying to get back into
you
that
travel?
too.
That's nice.
I do travel,
Good.
and it is obviously right now there's pockets of time where I am trying to make time for family as well, and
Yeah.
Good.
friends and
That's really
important.
all
important.
of that. But yeah, I mean, my most recent trip that was incredibly inspiring was Japan. And I highly recommend you guys. go if you
Everyone's been
haven't
going to
gone.
I know, I
Japan
wanna go
this
to
year.
Japan.
Yeah.
What
What was
is
your-
with
like,
Japan?
what was your
We'll
favorite
go
part?
and you
And
will
then let
know.
us know. So,
Yeah.
anything you want to tell the listeners that you haven't told them?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of great things happening with Alma events that are
I
coming up.
mean,
If
this
you're
is
interested
exciting.
in-
I have the chills actually.
Yeah.
I love new
Exciting.
events.
and
I
being
love
a part
that
of
for
that.
people.
That would be awesome.
So
You can
if they
contact
wanted
me.
to be involved with Alma, how do they get a hold of you?
Yeah, you can go on E Mickenberg for my Instagram or Alma Los Angeles, and there's way more information. But and if you're interested in interior design, whether it's residential, restaurants, hospitality, whatever.
And you want it to
Feel free
look
to-
cool and moody?
Yes,
He's your guy.
Yes,
Yes.
and I'll take care of you. Yeah,
love
Yeah.
definitely.
Wow.
Well, this has been so fun. Thank you so much for
Amazing.
taking the
Thank you.
time.
Thank you
Yeah.
so much for
I
coming
can't wait
on.
to see another one of your projects.
I
It's
know.
so
I'm
exciting.
excited.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Yeah.